Hey Commanders, today Jordan and I are at Fun Factory in Mount Gilead. We just ran a demo day and ran through about 3 games and had requests that we see a larger game. So Jordan and I are going to do a match of Crucible. We're doing 1,500 point list, PHR versus Resistance. Feral or Allied? Doesn't really matter. Allied.
Marine Force Recon.
Be back with the Army List. Doing my PHR today. My hand of the spear, I have a Zeus level 5 with 3 Odins on a Nord and a squad of Mercury drones coming on. My battle pantheon is a single walk-on Phobos. First Immortals, I'm looking at 2 stands of Immortals in a Triton A1, 2 Helios driving on with it. My second Immortals Phalanx, I'm looking at 2 Immortal Long Reach in a Triton with stealth missiles and gun pods. 2 other Helios driving on. Heavy Pantheon, I have 2 drive-on Thor, and it has 2 walk-on Apollo Bs in support. And for Pegasus group, I have 2 stands of Valkyries in a Triton and 2 stands of Sirens in a Triton. I am proxying some plastic Immortals because I was finally painting the rest of my Valkyries, and I left that one on the table so I could remember what they looked like. So, oops. Alright, Jordan's Allied Resistance. We've got a Thunderstorm Custom escorting a Alexander with a level 4 commander and a Lifthawk with AA. Vehicle detachment, we're looking at a few gun wagons and a Kraken with a pair of Typhoons. Then our Resistance band, we have 2 double-decker buses, no guns on those, carrying 2 stands of Resistance fighters each in a Kraken. And for infiltrators, we have Marine Force Recon, there they are, and a Raven. And we have 2 stands of Free Riders right in front of them. Finally, for Rusted Fist, we're looking at 2 Zukovs on a Lifthawk no AA, and we're looking at 2 Hannibals on another Lifthawk with AA. We'll be back after turn 1. That's turn 1 closed up. Basic deployment, I have Immortals moving to this structure, Sirens and Valkyries moving to the back structure. My long reach did deploy here, but they have taken some fire already. I unloaded a ton of fire with my Nord into that structure, hit with most of it, and did no damage. Because, I mean, that's how my dice work, right?
Right.
So, we'll see what's happening in turn 2. That's it for 2. Resistance moving right up the board. The Thunderstorm took a volley of fire from the command squad. Back here, 3 Odins unloaded right into them. Did 5 DP. This building was full of Resistance troops that got unloaded on by the Nord, but no damage was inflicted. They were able to find the objective on a 6 and get out. 3 Riders have carried it off board. Thor did fire on the Zukov hidden right here behind the Thunderstorm. Hit directly, would have hurt the Thunderstorm and the Zukov, and managed to do no damage. The Typhoons behind the pillar here did fire on the Odins, inflicting a damage each. One of them was picked off by the backboard Phobos. The 2 Helios hidden behind this structure in front of the Thors came up and just had that Lifthawk in range after it dropped its Hannibals and almost removed it from the table. So, Marine Force Recon darted across the table and have entered this structure with these 2 stands of Immortals. The Immortals are occupiers. They'll search for the objective turn 3, and the CQB will begin then. On the back one here, I have 2 Valkyries and 2 Sirens in to look for that objective, and my long reach team have yet to find it here, though they have suffered damage from falling masonry. Alright, that about sums up 2, right? Mm-hmm. Alright, we will be back after turn 3. Turn 3 got bloody on us. So right here in this building, some Marine Force Recon came in and decimated 2 stands of Immortals. They did lose 4 of their number, but there's only 1 Immortal left who's retreated back to his Triton. No objective been found yet. The Sirens and Valkyries back here failed to discover theirs. We have Resistance fighters moving into this structure, but they received a flame attack from the Apollo Bs hiding back here. The Thunderstorm was taken down by the command squad. It's off the table, and the Phobos mopped up the final Typhoon, removing it. However, the Resistance still do have a 3, now 4-0 lead, as they are controlling the critical location, and I found no objectives. All right, see what turn 5 has to bring us. I'm sorry, turn 4. All right, Commanders, that's turn 4, and we're going to call it because it's unwinnable for PHR at this point. So what happened? I found the objective on the back side of the table. Sirens loaded into their Triton with the objective and hauled up to this little planter right here. What happened was there was a Kraken on the backboard here, raced upboard after them, deployed gun wagons, which ran up as far as they could, and the incredibly accurate, highly trained, super targeting systems that the Resistance apparently possess managed to pop the Triton, and then a 6 in the air blew up the Triton and the objective. So we're sitting right now as a 5-zip game. The only objective I have is off board. We're turn 4, and I can't dislodge that Alexander till at least turn 5, which means it'll be 6-0, and there is no possible way with 1 objective destroyed, 1 objective off the table, and 1 objective firmly in control by Marine Force Recon that the PHR can come back. Even though, and this is what I do love about Dropzone, I killed the hell out of your Resistance today. I couldn't get up to the objectives, which any PHR player knows that's the weakness of the PHR. We don't get places fast very often. So, good game though.
Very good.
Any thoughts? We're not going to do a separate after action since we're at Fun Factory today. I don't want to stand around for 45 minutes of BS, and maybe if we get time back at my place or something. But like the mission?
I like the mission.
This is the first time we have played Crucible, isn't it?
Maybe. I think we've done with the one that's similar.
We did Command and Control.
Control.
I really like Command and Control as well.
I really do like the strategic locations because it forces you upboard.
Critical locations?
Or critical locations, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have an MVP? Praetorians or Marine Force Recon?
It was a little bit of everyone, I think.
No, it was a good game. I think all the lists were balanced enough that...
Who didn't I pot shot the building with the snipers in?
I don't know. My God, you went to town on those guys.
And I think that kind of set the mood for the game. It really determined what you had to do after that.
Yeah, well, once I couldn't get that objective out of that building, I mean, everything was where it needed to be. I had infantry in building. I had recon drones right next to it. It's just, you know, you hear me say this a lot. The dice abandoned me.
I wouldn't say that. You didn't necessarily go bad.
My objective dice abandoned me. I had a good game, honest to God, when it came to shooting and killing your stuff.
Right.
I read that, I told you when we were driving over, I read that article that Rich over at Green Stuff had written about the Resistance and his game of Cameron, where he was just getting trounced. That's why I upped to a level 5 commander. I really do feel like it made a difference. I was able to get the bounce on you on a few things.
I don't know that it did because I wasn't really dying to avoid anything other than the Thunderstorm giant target.
Yeah.
But I don't know that initiative would have helped me avoid anything there.
Yeah.
It's half the board.
I did feel like I was able to get your major threats out of the way quickly. Which, you know, I was comfortable with where the game was. It literally is just turns ticked away, and I just couldn't get points.
I think the lure of the danger of these did help me positionally.
Yeah.
Maybe it's part of Armada, I don't know, but maybe that's a little bit of a carrot on a stick, and I got you to shoot that rather than destroying things that you needed to destroy.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have paid so much attention to the Thunderstorm and maybe dropped that smaller structure right there, so that I had a line of sight on your Alexander, that would have been different. You got the Zukovs in the right spot at the right time too, where I just couldn't get my Nord doing what it needed to do.
Yeah, and I did play those not necessarily to get shots off, but to do area denial.
Which they're great at doing.
As great as their shot is.
I don't know what I would call for my MVP either. I'm really happy with that command squad. It's so incredibly slow, but it's a brick. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just...
I mean, I did nick away at it when I did fire at it, but I didn't have that much. Opportunity is the wrong word. It wasn't a target of opportunity that often, too.
I think had I gone a pair of Heras and a pair of Apollos, I would have had the mobility to get to a position where I was dealing with that Alexander quickly.
Oh,
but
for this mission, I think those would have been extremely beneficial. You
Yeah.
would have pounced into the center there, then I think I would have been at a real disadvantage.
yeah, but unfortunately...
Though I might have positioned different and had a little more AT at the center of the group.
Well, and with those being lighter armor, something like the Thunderstorm really has to be something I pay attention to, because you can spread your fire on that,
Right.
and then my entire command squad's gone.
And the whole happening of that too probably would have changed, because you would have had to jump in, unless you rolled super lucky. The Thunderstorm probably would have had an activation or range to actually do something against that command group.
Yeah. Well, I brought these Apollo Vs thinking I was going to have a lot more infantry to deal with, and I didn't.
I didn't feel like I went that light on infantry, but I guess my true MVP was the 2 squads of resistance first turn.
Yeah, found the objective on 6.
Even though they did keep 70 points off board.
Yeah, but you didn't need them.
No, I'll trade 70 points for a
For
VP.
objective any day of the week? Yeah. Well, good time. We had to get packed up and start the trip back, but fun demo day too. And turn the camera. We're talking to the crowd. These gentlemen over here popped in for the demo today, and I think they mostly enjoyed it. Hopefully we see the community start to grow in this area a little more. That's ultimately the goal at the end of the day. So we'll see how that goes. Final thoughts, Jordan?
I'll do it to you before you do it to me.
Stop shooting me.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Well, shoot buildings. I don't know.
We need other people to play. I'll start
Not
shooting them.
necessarily stop shooting me.
Should I
I think you have a weakness of hatred of my units that you like to shoot.
I love to shoot the
You
Thunderstorm.
like to kill me more than you like to.
I got so
tactically.
excited when you said that. I shook the tripod. I love to shoot the Thunderstorm.
Right.
It's such a bullet magnet.
I think I do play that to my advantage now.
What?
I think I do bait you a little
Maybe.
to my advantage.
Well, I've known for a long time you're a masturbator. Oh, on that, I'm just gonna say thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks.